Hey guys, welcome to the next video on shell scripting tutorial for beginners. In the last video, we have seen how we can perform basic arithmetic operations in shell scripting. Now in this video, we will see how we can perform the same arithmetic operations on decimal numbers. Now by default, the scripting doesn't support decimal number arithmetic operations using these two methods which I have shown you in the last video. Now we need to use a special tool and there are many tools, and I'm going to show you one of the tools which are frequently used to perform arithmetic operations on decimal numbers. But first I will show you what's the problem with these two methods when we want to perform the arithmetic operation on a decimal number. So for example, instead of 20, I will just take 20.5 here, and I want to see the result, what I get when I perform these addition or subtraction or multiplication, division or modulus operations on these two numbers, right? So let me run the script and let's see what happens. So you can see we got this error that this is invalid arithmetic operator, and you can see these kind of errors here, right? So when the value is decimal, shell scripting or bash scripting does not perform these arithmetic operations on those numbers. Here also it says non-integer argument for using whenever we use expr command, it says non-integer argument, right? So we need to use a special tool which is called BC. BC stands for basic calculator, and most of the time it comes with your Linux distribution, right? So you can just search for BC. You can do man BC here and then press enter, and you will be able to see this kind of man page of BC. And by definition you can see BC is an arbitrary precision calculator language. So it's a language in itself for basic calculations, right? Now if you want to know more about this command, you can read what are the options we can use with BC, or what we can do with BC, right? But for now we want to do the basic arithmetic operations. So let me clear this script, and in here also we will just remove this. And for now what we want to do is some basic arithmetic operations with scripting. So how we can perform these operations? So what we do is we basically for example, with whatever integers or decimal values we want to perform this arithmetic operations, you just need to write those integers. For example, I want to add 20.5 plus 5, for example. And if I want to do this arithmetic operation, I can use a pipe symbol here and then the BC command, okay? And this basically means is whatever command you use on the left hand side, we are using this echo and this text on the left hand side will be treated as an input for the command on the right hand side of this pipe, okay? So this will be treated as an input for the BC command, okay? And let's see what happens when we run the script once again. So let's run the script once again, and it gives us the answer, right? It gives us 25.5, which is true. And we can do the different arithmetic operations using this BC command. So let's perform them. So for example, I want to do the subtraction, I want to do the multiplication, for example, and I want to do the division, and I want to do the modulus operation. And let's run the script once again, and it gives the answer of each operation. So addition gives us the right answer, subtraction is also correct, you can see here, multiplication is also correct, division in the case of division, you can see it's giving us 4, right? And it's not giving us the proper value of division, and I will tell you why, and I will also tell you how we can solve this problem, right? But modulus operation is giving us the correct value. So we want to solve this problem, which is for the division. So to solve this problem, we need to set a variable scale for this division operation. And how we can do it? We can just write scale here. So just write scale, and then we need to set the value of scale. For example, we want to have the result up to 2 decimal places, then we can do scale is equal to 2. So scale is the value we want the decimal places to be, right? So we want the 2 decimal places, then scale can be 2. We want the 20 decimal places, then the scale can be 20, right? And once again we run the script, and you can see this time we got the correct result. So always use the scale whenever you use the division operation, right? And division operation or scale is just a decimal point value, whatever you want. So if I write here 20 decimal points or 20 as a scale, and when I run the script, you can see I get the result up to 20 decimal points, right? So this is how you can use BC, but BC, as you have seen in the man pages, it's not just for arithmetic operations. It can do much more than that. So for example, we want to calculate the square root of some number, or if you want to do some trigonometric operations, with BC you can do everything. Now we have seen we have done this arithmetic operations with these decimal values, but what if we have these two variables, and we need to use these variables in place of these values? So to do this, you can just do like this as you do with variables. So variable num1 plus $num2, okay? Same you can do with other other values. So instead of this, you can just do minus here, and so on, right? And let's run the script once again, and it gives us the same result. So whenever you want to use the variable, use the dollar symbol with the variable and the arithmetic operation you want to perform. Now I was talking about the square root. So how we can perform the square root of something? So say I have a number. Once again I will declare a variable num, and its value is, for example, I will say 27, okay? And I want to do the square root of 27, so I can just do echo, and then first of all I will set the scale to be 2, for example. So scale is equal to 2, and then this semicolon, and then there is a function called square root or sqrt. So you just use sqrt, and then in the bracket you can use the variable for which you want to calculate the square root. So I want to calculate the square root of this variable or this number, so I can do something like this. Now after this, as you already have guessed, we use BC, but alone with BC command it will not work, because this is a math operation, and to use this math operation we need to use the math library with this BC command. And to use this math library you just need to write -l for that, right? And -l for calling the math library in which the square root function is, okay? And let's run the script once again. Let me clear the terminal and run the script once again, and you can see the last value here is the square root of 27, which is correct. You can do the square root of 27 and you will get this result, right? For example, I want to do the square root of 4, and I want to run the script once again. You can see the result is 2, which is easier to understand, right? Now for example, I want to perform for example, I want to get the power of something. So something to the power of something, how we can get it. So for this we just need to use whatever integer I have. So for example, I want to get 3 to the power 3. I can write 3, and then this symbol, I don't know what we call this symbol, for example cap symbol, and then 3. Okay, so this means to the power. Okay, so 3 to the power 3, and once again we can run the script, and it gives us 27, which is correct. 3 to the power 3 is 27. So there are many math operations you can perform with BC, and you can do a man BC for reference. So you can give this command and you can go a little bit down. So you can see, for calling the math library which we have used here, we use -L flag. I is for interactive mode, W is for warning, S is for standard, Q is for quit. Whenever we run the BC command on terminal, this is handy command to quit out of the BC command, and then V is for version. And then when I scroll a little bit down, I can see what are the operation I can do with this BC command. So I can do post increment or pre increment. You can see here multiplication, subtraction, division, modular operation, and you can see this is for calculating to the power of something, right? And then we have other operations here also. So comparison also you can do with BC commands, and all the logical operations you can do. And we have called this function or method which is used to calculate the square root, which is this one, right? So you can read this man page and you can see what are the things you can do with BC command. So just do man BC and you will be good to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.